Hey guys, it's Country Girl 30. I just wanted to do a quick video kind of showing some of the characters we've already met so far, from the humans, non-humans, and the monsters. So I already showed y'all Gabriel and Marie and Pan. Yeah, let me pull up Zobek. I don't know if I showed Zobek or not, but yeah. Basically, Zobek's a very strong and one of the oldest serving members of the Brotherhood of Light. He likes wearing the old-fashioned armor. It's a little bit different than the armor that Gabriel wears, because that's the current armor. That old armor that Zobek's got on currently, he said that that's from one of his ancestors, that he probably wants to respect them, which I can respect that. He's very strong, as you've seen. He's very good at fighting skills. Yeah, he's one of the longest serving members. Yeah, here's Claudia. She is, I believe, the last Agharthian ever alive. Basically, her Black Knight Golem, is one of her protector. Basically, he looks after her, and she helps capture evil souls for him to devour. But basically, she eventually developed, where she could read, minds, and I guess assuming from this, she can talk, but she probably doesn't want to, because, she hates, everything that's happened to her people and her father, and like I said in previous videos, I believe all that trauma after seeing everything, falling down over the years, especially her father sacrificing himself so she could live, and basically creating that night for to protect her. I believe it just kind of, came down on her to where she just didn't want to talk anymore. She just wanted to basically do like mind talking, like telepathy, I mean. But yeah, she's carefree. She does beautiful backflips. And she's very smart and clever, as you've seen, and I just love her. And I hate that she's dead. And yeah, and here's Dorian. That's the abbot that basically, well, Gabriel and Zobek didn't kill him. They just took the holy water and left, and basically just let the vampires do it. Because I didn't realize he was blind. I forgot. I thought that he could see, but I guess he could see in a certain way. Basically, well, with him being an abbot, he can make more holy water, according to this. Because he was a very strong abbot and scholar. He was devoted to study. He loved reading in the library, as well as doing a little reading and stuff. Oh, I didn't realize he turned half blind. He was half blind, okay. I thought he was completely blind. But yeah, I can see why he went mad, because, since he secluded himself in that tower, basically, he just went mad. And he went mad with power, since he thought the vampires could never touch him, since he had holy water on him. Yeah, he banished everyone, basically just kind of being like, yeah, y'all ain't coming in here, I got holy water, so yeah. I was about to pull her up, and I ain't even got to her yet. I ain't got to her. I ain't pulling him up yet. I won't spoil nothing. Yeah. Yeah, showed the Lesser Wolfie, the Wargies, the Goblin, the Naiad. I don't think I pulled this up. These were the things, I thought they were branches that were trying to grab me when I was going through the dead bog. Basically, these are Naiads. They basically just live in the dead bog, from what I'd seen. Basically, yeah, they mistake them for branches. That's what I was thinking. They basically just grab them, pull them under, drown them, and they just eat them. And they seem like they're peaceful creatures too. I don't think I pulled this one up for the swamp troll. This is the thing that I fought in, I believe, the dead bog. Yeah, these are basically similar to the bigger trolls I've been fighting, and wrangling, basically making them my bitch, get through walls and stuff. Basically, these are just slimy. Uh, Basically, they got, moss all over them. Basically, they're big and they're pretty strong. Uh, yeah, here's the Ice Titan. Hold on a second. Ah, so the Great Necromantic Wars basically obliterated all these titans. There had to have been hundreds of them around. Basically, like the Eckhardtian Wars. I believe that might have been the same thing. I tried looking up into this a while back, and I do believe that they both might have been the same wars because, well, there was hundreds of titans from what Claudia had said, and well, basically, all the Dark Lords, well, it seemed like the Dark Lords had kind of grouped together, or it seemed like, well, all these, dark creatures basically got together, and they just went batshit on these things and took them all down. But yeah, this thing was basically up under the ice in Oblivion Lake, basically just, I guess, like a gatekeeper, for all these souls being around. And when he was released, and, well, I guess released from his torment of basically just, taking any souls that were nearby, anyone was able to speak to the dead at that point. I done read up on the spider and the warthog, the greater lycanthrope. Yeah, these are the trolls, these are the big noses. They look like little tiny monkeys, just kind of looking at it. I never really, picked up on that until seeing it, but yeah, these things are everywhere, and they swarm you, basically. They are just as annoying as the ghouls and the gremlins. But they're not as bad. Yeah, here's the cave trolls. These are the ones that be making my bitch mostly. They are very hard, to get a hold of and kill. I mean, they're just annoying. But yeah, they're usually, passive around their kind. They don't really attack each other. It's just, basically, wait, they turn to stone? Huh. I never really noticed that. Well, anytime I near the mountains again or anything, I'm gonna take a closer look. Huh. Didn't notice that. Okay, here's the gremlin. The annoying little red shits that fly around. Yeah, they fly in big groups because it's easier for them to, I guess, terrorize anybody. Just like the movie Gremlins. Yeah, they breathe fire. They're basically like little tiny demons. Wait, were they? Yeah, they're basically like little tiny demon imps. They're really easy to kill, as you've seen, especially with holy water. Here's Stone Titan, and I never fought her. But yeah, Claudia's father, and some of Claudia's people had made these titans. Basically, they used them, basically to kind of keep themselves safe, but there was hundreds of them, but eventually they all fell down. And most of these, I believe they might have been used in the Eckhardtian Wars. And these, well, they're basically, these things are almost like godlike. I do wish y'all could have seen me, fighting this thing or try to climb up it, because that thing, it was just annoying the hell out of me. So I do suggest you kind of watch someone else's walk through, and you'll eventually be able to see them. But it was annoying as hell trying to fight it too. Yeah, here's the Black Knight. This is Claudia's protector. This is the thing that Claudia's father had made to protect Claudia, since he knew he wasn't gonna live long. He was just gonna try and buy time by making this thing. And basically, he had found a corpse of a mute killer. He had weaved his soul within the armor, and he had basically, well, yeah, in order for this thing to function, you gotta have evil souls to function. So that's what Claudia's been doing. She's been luring evil creatures near her so that the golem could, absorb their energy and basically just keep living. And that's what he was going to do with Gabriel until Claudia intervened. But this knight, it's not evil. It looks to Claudia like it's a daughter. Uh, it sees a very kind spirit in Claudia. He and Claudia basically had a friendship kind of going on, where they could talk telepathically and stuff. The thing eventually grew to love her, which I think is very sweet. It's like a Beauty and Beast type thing, except they didn't fall in love. They just more or less had a friendship going. Yeah, here's Cornell. This is one of the Dark Lords. This is the Dark Lord of the werewolves. He's one of the 3 founding members of the Brotherhood of Light. He was basically a very strong warrior. He's one of the youngest, too. But yeah, basically, as Cornell explained to Gabriel, it was, well, they had, they found 3 places and areas of the world to basically go to heaven, but they sent it as angelic beings to go to heaven and fight, God's wars, whatever's going on in heaven. And they left behind their dark sides unknowingly. And all his fear, not his fear, his strength and anger left behind gave birth to the Dark Lord, the Werewolf Dark Lord. And he didn't really use his magic powers very often. He liked using his sledgehammer, which I can relate. I don't like using, I don't like using technology as much. I just like doing old-fashioned ways. Just sometimes, preferably in our world, technology, especially old world technology, it works. Just new technology, it takes you a little bit, especially if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Yeah, here's darker Wolfie Dark Lord. This is his, I call it the juiced up version. But yeah, he's a whole lot faster in this form. He uses the cyclone boots. Those are the speedy boots. He can jump pretty far. He can basically, just tear you up if he wanted to. Here's the big ogre. He basically, I didn't realize it was the last one of his kind. Huh. He basically just kind of stayed in the mountain fortress where the Crow Witch was. He just kind of fed on any travelers coming through, so he could grind their bones to make bread, like the legends go. This thing, it's just basically just kind of hanging out in the mountain fortress, since no men had ever come to, that fortress in a long time, so he was just basically eating up on cave trolls nearby. And they have a very good keen sense of smell. When I blinded this ogre, basically, he was smelling the air, and he was actually able to detect exactly where he was, and that's when he kind of kept on trying to smash you like a bug, because he knew exactly where you were. Yeah, here's the annoying little shit I've been dealing with for a while, the Chupacabra. You cannot kill these things, because they're immortal, pretty much. But yeah, when I first heard about this thing, I thought it was going to be a goat type thing, because that's what basically it is in Mexico. They're basically goat, they basically look like goat, blood-sucking things. But yeah, basically these things, they just go after any magic relics you got. Basically, they do, fight. He used lightning on me when I was trying to get my powers and stuff back from him. But basically, they like just terrorizing anybody that comes by. They seize your powers, relics, whatever you got, and if you play hide and seek with them, they'll basically give you everything back and they'll disappear in a puff of smoke. But he is an annoying little shit. He is. Yeah, here's a sword master. This is what I was fighting when I was trying to get to the Crow Witch. You didn't get to see me fight him because it was actually part of another video that I had to cut out when I was fighting the Crow Witch, and I guess I should have really saved that part. I might actually go back and do it, but yeah, these things were basically, you get to see them in the Crow Witch Tower. This is not going to be, you'll be seeing them more. There's going to be a few in the castle, I believe. I have to fight these things. basically, these are souls of slain warriors, basically, that are just tormenting uh, uh, any living being nearby. They kill them. They basically just go after them. They basically have rags on. They are basically not human anymore. They don't remember their human past at all. Here's the Crow Witch. And she was a giant crow. Basically, this says that she was once a beautiful woman. She was a very powerful witch that basically lived in the mountains near the fortress. She basically, was treated with respect. Basically, she was very wise. A bunch of people from all over the world came to, seek her advice. She fell in love with a prince that lived, I think, basically there at her place. I'm not exactly sure. She just fell in love with him. She used powers to make, love potions and enchantments, so she could basically, keep him forever. Basically, keep him like her love slave. But another witch had actually come by and actually did the same thing, and he didn't, he died soon after. And she was mad at grief because she loved that man. She basically threw herself from her tower, and she landed on the rocks below, trying to commit suicide because she was just so grief-stricken. She survived the fall, but she was pretty banged up. The crows fed on her, and she eventually fed on their energy. And eventually, over the years, she got her powers back, and she slowly turned evil, basically turning into a giant crow witch. And she basically fed on corpses for food. Basically, with her being crazy, she screamed like a banshee, basically all over the place. And basically, her tower and her fortress was basically right at the edge of where the vampire territory was. Yeah, here's her kids, the witch children. They're half human and they're half bird-like creatures. They breathe fire, they are fast as hell, and they are very hard to kill. And when they die, they basically just blow up. Hold up, let me go back and read that. Oh god. They die a few days after? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna end this video right here, and I'm gonna do a little bit more in a few minutes, kind of show you guys a little bit more. So y'all just bear with me, and I'll catch y'all in a few minutes. See ya!